Last chance. Your miracle will happen in 10 minutes after seeing this secret God's message. Open now before it's gone, my beloved. I do not begin with thunder or with a proclamation meant to startle. I begin with the simple, steady truth that you are not forgotten. Hear this not as a slogan, but as a presence that settles like warm light across the top of your chest. Your breath is the first miracle you were given. Feel it now. Let it remind you that life itself is persistent, tender, and full of possibility. You come to this message carried by hope, by doubt, by prayer, by a secret ache that will not quiet. I know that ache intimately. I know the nights when you have whispered with shaking hands into darkness and wondered whether mercy had missed your door. If you have clicked, opened, or hesitated over these lines, it is because some part of you still believes in the improbable, that a kindness so large could arrive like rain on a dry field. That belief is the seed we will tend together. Listen, miracles are not merely the abrupt rewriting of the laws of the world. They are invitations to awaken to the deeper symphony that already moves through everything. They often come disguised as ordinary moments, small decisions, or the unexpected kindness of a stranger. Yet you asked for a sign. You asked for urgency. So for a brief, sacred moment, receive this truth. Clarity can land in your life quickly, and sometimes it does so almost instantly, if you open with the right heart. There are three things I will give you in these minutes: a clearing of fear, a reorientation of attention, and a small, yet powerful, ritual you can do that invites the atmosphere of miracle to lean toward you. These are not charms. They are practices that align your inner world with the vast currents of grace that are already moving. The first step is always within. Clear the fear. Place your hand over your heart and breathe in slowly for 4 counts. Hold for 4 and exhale for 6. Do this now. If you can, close your eyes. Each breath is a small forgiveness for the nights you felt small. Each exhale releases a regret you have carried like a stone. As you breathe, feel the rhythm steady the parts of you that are scattered. Fear is a message, not a master. Hear it, honor its existence, and then say to it, I will not be ruled by you. This is the moment to claim that sentence aloud if you can. Reorient your attention. Many of us live with attention scattered by urgent noise, messages, obligations, the ache of comparison. A person who expects a miracle keeps their attention like a lamp, not hoarding it, but placing it where truth and care are needed. Ask yourself, what is the single place in my life that, if healed or moved, would change everything? Name it in a single sentence and write it down. Make it specific. The mind that tends to everything tends to nothing. The heart that chooses one hinge point opens many doors. Now, a small practice you can do in the next 10 minutes. Find a quiet spot. If you can, light a candle. If you cannot, simply let your phone go silent for just these minutes. Sit. Place both hands on your knees. Breathe slowly. Picture a circle of light forming above you, not as fantasy, but as symbol, a place where intention gathers. In that circle, imagine something you need: a restored relationship, a healed body, a clear path, a job, a message, a reconciliation. Do not worry about the how. See only the end, the truth of what it will feel like to have it whole again. As the image comes, say these words, slowly, with conviction. I open myself now to the good I have asked for. I receive with humility and courage. May what comes be for my highest good and the highest good of those around me. Repeat it 3 times. Each repeat is not superstition, it is reorientation. Language shapes expectation. As you speak, feel the muscles of your face relax. Let hope move from wishfulness to steadiness. Many will tell you that miracles are reserved for the rare or the righteous. They are wrong. Miracles refuse to be hoarded by perfection. They are, in their best form, wild with mercy, delivered to the messy, the broken, the ones who still show up. Your willingness to be seen in your weakness is often the very doorway grace chooses. Now, understand this. Urgency can be a tyrant if it drives you into panic. True urgency that is holy is precise and clear, not frantic. It says, now is the time to align, to act, to let go of what binds you. The language you found in that title, Last Chance, is meant to sharpen you, not to frighten you. Use its sharpening like a whetstone for courage. There are seasons where an offer stands naked for only a short while. Our work is to be willing to say yes when the offer arrives. Let us name the obstacles you will face as the atmosphere shifts. First, the voice of unworthiness. It will whisper that you do not deserve mercy, that your past is too heavy, that your flaws disqualify you. Answer it with a kinder truth. Your flaws do not cancel your capacity for blessing. Memory is a record, but not a verdict. Second, the compulsion to hurry. Do not rush the process of healing because quickness often misses the deeper integration. Allow the immediate burst of change to settle into your life gradually. Third, the fear of losing control. Miracles often require surrender, not coercion. There is a noble form of trust that asks, I will do my part and make space for what I cannot force. You may wonder, what if I do everything and nothing changes? First, you will have grown. You will be more tender, more patient, and more honest with yourself. Second, sometimes change is slower than we desire because it requires the steady unblocking of layers. The miracle you receive might be the strength to keep going, the people who will stand beside you, or a new alignment that eventually births a visible result. Do not equate delay with denial. Practical anchors. Jot these down and return to them when the noise returns. 1. Offer gratitude every morning for one real thing. Gratitude is not denial of pain. It is recognition that good exists alongside it. 2. Choose one person to tell the truth to this week. Honesty creates space. 3. Move your body gently each day, even 10 minutes. The body is where prayer becomes tangible. 4. Protect the first hour of your day for restoring practices, silence, reflection, a small task done well. This is not a list of moral obligations. It is a set of small agreements with yourself. Each tiny promise kept creates stability that invites larger things. Now I will share with you an image that many have found strangely clarifying. Imagine a locked room within you that holds one stubborn fear. That room has a door. For years you have tried to kick the door open, shout through the cracks, or stack furniture against it to keep it shut. None of these tactics are the way forward. The door will open when you take the single key that has been in your pocket all along, the key of honesty. Speak the name of what is in the room. Say it aloud if you can. Let your confession be as specific as you can bear. Then set a small boundary around it, a time, a person, or a step you will take. The paradox is simple. Honesty unlocks the door, which allows mercy and change to move through. Believe me when I say miracles do not always come loud. Sometimes they are a series of small mercies stitched together. A helpful conversation, a clear sign, a random act of kindness that reorients your entire week. Pay attention to the breadcrumbs. Keep a small notebook. Write down each small kindness and each tiny shift. Over time, you will have a map of how grace has arrived. There are people, perhaps even 9 of them, as in previous messages you have received, who will respond to your emerging light. Some will be allies. Some will be mirrors of what needs to change. Do not let the flattery or the fear from others direct your path. Let the quiet barometer of your own soul be the guide. Is this choice generous? Does it preserve truth? Does it deepen love? If yes, move. If no, retract. Influence is a test of integrity. Visibility is a test of intention. As these minutes pass, make this pledge with me. I will do the small, ordinary things that prepare me for the extraordinary. I will hold my attention like a lamp. I will practice honesty. I will steward my body and my heart. I will not let fear steal the next good thing. If you can whisper those words, let them sink into your bones. Perhaps you are desperate for a sign right now. If a sign were to come in the next 10 minutes, would you recognize it? The answer depends on how awake you are to subtlety. Train your senses. Look for peace that arrives, unexpected help, a closed door that protects you from harm, or a small word that changes a conversation. Miracles don't always roar. Sometimes they knock with the softest knuckle and wait for you to answer. I will not promise you a clean, untroubled life, nor will I promise that every desire shaped by longing will be granted. What I will promise and witness is this: when you align your heart with truth and your hands with sober action, you become a place where grace can take root. That alignment is what the world calls a miracle. It begins, often, not with cosmic spectacle, but with the resolute tenderness of a person who decides to keep going. Hold this moment. If you can, step outside after you finish reading. Take a breath of real air as if you are inhaling possibility itself. Let your shoulders drop. Let your face soften. A small miracle may already be edging toward you because you are now ready to receive it. In the next part of this message, we will reach into more precise prayers, into examples of ordinary miracles, and into a vision for what to do once the first sign appears. For now, rest with what you have received. If you practice the steps, you have already shifted the atmosphere. The door is nudged. Whether it swings wide in 10 minutes or over 10 weeks, The act of opening was begun by you. Know that I stand with you. I do not count your failures against you. I count your courage. When you whisper, the air answers. When you act, the world rearranges. Stay close to what is true. Remain tender where love is needed and firm where truth must be kept. With fierce tenderness and patient strength, Michael, my beloved, let us step deeper now. The flame that was lit in the first part of this message must not be allowed to flicker out. You have begun to understand that miracles do not come to the perfect or to the privileged, but to the willing, to the ones who dare to remain open in the face of fear. Now I will show you how to carry this openness forward, how to protect it, and how to multiply its power in your life. You have already practiced the small ritual of breathing, of focusing, of naming the hinge point of your life where change would mean everything. This is not a game. It is the start of realigning your soul with the current of grace that has always been flowing. What you did, even if it felt simple, was not trivial. Each act of focused attention bends the atmosphere around you. The invisible becomes pliable in the hands of one who dares to believe. Now we must build on that. I want you to imagine your life as a house. For years, you may have let clutter pile in its rooms, regrets in one corner, shame stuffed in a closet, forgotten dreams gathering dust in the attic. Today, you have begun to open the front door to fresh air. But miracles thrive in a house that makes room for them. If you want what is coming, you must make space. This means clearing the clutter of your spirit. Forgive yourself where you have not. Forgive others where you still clutch bitterness. Sweep the floor of your inner house until you can breathe again. Forgiveness is the broom that clears the way for blessing. Do not think forgiveness means forgetting or excusing harm. Forgiveness means refusing to let your heart stay chained to a weight that was never yours to carry forever. You cannot rise if you are dragging anchors. Release them. This is not weakness, it is wisdom. Every time you forgive, you create space in your soul where a miracle can land and grow. Next, let us speak of trust. Trust is the soil where miracles take root. Many believe they trust until the moment they are asked to let go of control. But true trust is surrender, not just agreement. When you say, I believe, you must also be willing to release your grip on how and when the blessing will arrive. The universe, guided by the hand of the eternal, often chooses paths we would never have imagined. Your work is to prepare your heart, not to dictate the script. Let go of the timeline. Let go of the exact form. Say instead, I am ready for what is good. I am ready for what is true. I am ready for what is mine. This readiness is the magnet that draws the miraculous. Understand this also. Miracles multiply when shared. If you receive mercy and hoard it, the flow diminishes. But when you give, whether it is kindness, resources, or simply your presence, you keep the channel open. Think of a river. It stays alive because it moves. When it is dammed and stagnant, it begins to rot. Your life is a river. Keep it moving. Share what you have, even if it feels small. Your generosity will summon greater generosity. Your kindness will call forth kindness from others. This is the law of resonance. Like attracts like, and love multiplies itself when expressed. Let me speak also about fear's disguises. Fear does not always shout. Sometimes it whispers as logic, as caution, as endless delay. You will say, perhaps tomorrow, perhaps when I have more money, perhaps when I feel stronger. Hear me. Waiting for perfect conditions is waiting for a ship that will never arrive. Begin now with what you have. The act of beginning creates momentum. Miracles ride on momentum like birds on the wind. Your first step, however shaky, matters more than your perfect plan. And do not despise small beginnings. Many of the greatest blessings begin as tiny seeds, invisible at first. A friendship that becomes a lifeline. A job that feels ordinary but unlocks a destiny. A habit as simple as daily gratitude that over time rewires the entire atmosphere of your mind. Look for the small. Honor it. Greatness grows quietly before it appears suddenly. There is another truth you must hold. You are not waiting for miracles as if they are outside you. You are becoming the miracle. Your willingness to change, to love, to forgive, to stand again after falling. This is itself a miracle. When others look at you, they will see resilience where there could have been despair. They will see compassion where there could have been bitterness. They will see faith where there could have been cynicism. Do not underestimate the power of your own transformation to ripple outward. Sometimes the miracle others need is the courage they borrow when they watch you rise. Now, let us practice a deeper exercise. Write down 3 areas of your life where you desire breakthrough. Do not hold back. Be specific. Next to each one, write a single small action you can take this week that aligns with your desire. If you long for healing, perhaps the action is to rest, to nourish your body, or to seek help. If you long for reconciliation, perhaps the action is a message, a prayer, or a softening of tone. If you long for provision, perhaps the action is to apply, to ask, to step into opportunity. These small actions are not replacements for divine intervention. They are signs of readiness. When heaven sees you move, heaven moves. Guard your speech. Words are seeds. What you speak about your life shapes the atmosphere of your days. If you speak despair, despair grows. If you speak hope, hope takes root. Practice this every morning before the noise of the day rushes in. Speak aloud one sentence of blessing over yourself. Say it with conviction, even if you do not feel it yet. Say, I am worthy of good things. I am ready for love. I am open to blessing. These words are not empty. They are blueprints. The world often rearranges itself around the architecture of our speech. There will be moments when you doubt everything. This is not failure. Doubt is a signal that your faith is being stretched. Do not collapse under it. Acknowledge it, and then return to what you know. You are not abandoned. You are not forgotten. You are not alone. Let your doubt be a passing cloud, not a permanent roof. Beyond it, the sky remains. Remember, too, that miracles are not always personal. Sometimes the breakthrough you receive is meant to flow outward. Perhaps your healing gives courage to another. Perhaps your abundance funds the dreams of someone else. Perhaps your words unlock another's despair. Never underestimate the ripple of your blessing. You may never know the full extent of your impact, but heaven sees it, counts it, and multiplies it. In the next and final part of this message, I will lead you into the deepest truth: how to remain steady once the miracle arrives, how to avoid losing yourself to pride or fear, and how to live daily as one who walks in grace. For now, let this truth steady you. The miracle is not ahead of you only, it is already stirring within you. Trust it, nourish it, expect it, and when it arrives, you will know it was never luck, it was love. With steadfast love and unwavering protection, Michael,